Guess who? It's Jason from Friday the 13th. Not Freddy Krueger from Elm Street. I saw Freddy last week at a funeral. But it's Jason. And boy, do I have a sad story to tell you. Very, very sad. Spooky. Spooky. It all happened on Halloween, under a full moon. Everyone was there, all the vampires, the ghouls, the werewolves, ghosts, goblins. So I went to the cemetery to see some ghouls, old friends of mine. When I came on a grave that I hadn't seen in a long, long time, except I'm losing my mask. Here's the grave, and now I can't see anything. But wait a minute. Okay. I hadn't seen in a long, long time. Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice. I thought I would. Wait a minute. What am I doing here? Oh, so I thought, wouldn't it be great if we could run around together tonight? Me and Beetlejuice. And so I said his name 3 times. 3 times. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. And lo and behold, up pops Beetle. Up pops Beetle. So we figure that we'll join the Halloween mob, right? And we won't need any costumes because we are ourselves. We are like automatic costumes, but we're real. We're real. All we need to do is go door to door and say, trick or treat. And when the door opens, we scare everybody. And we take all their candy and probably take a few other things as well. So we can eat our fill of candy, we can sell the rest, or we can melt it and pour it into the city's water supply. Oh, I love this. Evil stuff. Evil, evil stuff. So we walk up to the first door, expecting the person to be scared and faint. When the door opens, we scream, trick or treat, trick or treat, and we're waving around and screaming and yelling. And the lady looks at us and says, "You again? You again? You were just here 10 minutes ago. And you're back again? There's no more candy for you. Get out. Get out. What are you doing here again?" Excuse me. Beetle looks at me, and I look at him, and neither of us could figure out what was going on. We couldn't believe it. We couldn't believe it. So we started to object. And we said, well, you know, it wasn't us. It wasn't us. You saw the people who came here, so it wasn't us. And she opened the door and slammed it again and said, get out. I already gave you candy. There's no more candy for you. And actually, she almost broke my nose through this mask. It was a very difficult slam. Okay. All right. So we had no idea what was going on. But we thought that maybe she had made a mistake. So we went to another house. Same thing. You again? What are you doing here? And another house. Same thing. Well, we knew that there's only one Beetle and one Jason. So someone must be impersonating us. Someone or two were dressed up like us and were getting all the candy. And we knew we had to find them. So we hid behind a tree, waited, and we watched. But what we didn't realize was the tree was like the favorite tree of all of the neighborhood dogs. And they came to the tree to mark their territory. And you know how they mark territory. They pee. Whoops, wait a minute. Let me see if I can get... Hold it. I lost my... Okay, They mark their territory by peeing. And so we got a little wet. Okay, that's not that big a deal. But we kept shooing away the dogs who were not frightened by us, right? Actually, we're not frightening anybody tonight. And so this is really weird. But, okay, so the dogs are watering us and the tree, but we didn't find the imposters. We didn't find the imposters, so we decide that we're going to go to a Halloween party, right? We're going to go to a Halloween party. We won't need costumes because we are ourselves. We get to the party just at the moment where they're giving out the prizes for best costume, right? So we figure it's a lock, huh? It's a lock, right? Huh? Beetle, where's Beetle? Right? We figure we're a lock. Beetle, Jason, no problem. We're gonna run off with the prize, $100, and nobody will be the wiser for it. Well, we'll be the wiser for it. Okay. So we listened as the judges announced the prizes. First judge, biggest judge, says, "Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we have a tie for the best costume." A tie for the best costume. Congratulations to the kids who came as Beetlejuice and Jason, right? So we figure, that's it. We got it. So we start to walk to the stage when all of a sudden the two imposters show up. Wrong way. The two imposters show up and grab the first prize. They run off with $100. So we're so angry, we want to kill them. Beetle wants to shrink them down to the size of an ant, and I want to cut them up with my machete. Huh? I want to cut them up with my machete. But we couldn't do anything because we're in the middle of a big crowd in this Halloween party. So we went back outside, but we didn't go to the tree again, right? We had learned our lesson, and we waited for them to come out. Pretty soon, there they were. They come out they're patting each other on the back. Ha, ha, ha. We won the prize. We got $100. What are we going to do with it? Talking about where they're going to spend it. And so, so we then approached them. And up close, they looked a lot like we do. Here we go. They look a lot like us. I can't get these things straight. No. Okay, wait a minute. I'm getting there. They look a lot like us. Huh? I wonder where they get these suits from. I like to get one of these suits. Maybe like it's a referee from a basketball game. Huh? They go to the referee's store. Stop it. And here's Jason. They say, whoop, Jason is upside down. It gives him a headache. It's upside down. God, terrible. Okay. Jason and Beetle look like we do. They look just like us. So we figured, wait a minute. Oh yeah. So we surround them again. And we jumped in front, and we figured we would scare them, just like we thought we would scare everybody else, but nobody got scared, right? So we figured this will scare them good, but the fake beetle, who is, we know now, is actually, I'm dropping everything all over the place here, who is actually May from the Pupkatiliver gang, right? May from the Pupkatiliver gang in disguise. Whoa, I'm losing my mask. I'm losing everything here. Okay, what is this? Oh no, this is the opening. Okay, okay. I'm not gonna, don't lose me here. Don't lose me. Okay, so we surround and we jump out in front, and May comes up to us and says, you know, those are not bad costumes. Those costumes look pretty good. Not as good as ours, of course. We won the prize, but they look pretty good, you know? So where did, oh, here we go again with the, okay. Where did you get them? May says, where did you get your costumes? And we said, they're not costumes. They are real. This is Beetle, and I am Jason. Huh? They're not real. And they go, we know the truth. You really got those costumes. Now just tell us, where did you get them? Huh? It's really great. But they didn't believe us when we told them they weren't costumes. They were the real thing. So they then say, well, let's not forget who won the prize for best costume. Let's not forget it was us. Huh? Prize for best costume. It was us. And we said, look, we can't believe the nerve that you have to think that your costume is better than our real life, right? Us. So we challenge you to a face-off. Let's go to a few houses, and we'll knock on the door, all four of us. We'll knock on the door, and we'll say, instead of saying, well, we'll say trick or treat, and then there'll be four of us, and they'll, you know, people will say, wait a minute, what's going on? And we'll say, all right, who has the best costume? Which two of us have the best Jason and Beetle costume? And we figured that won't be a problem. So we go to the first house. We knock on the door opens, there we are. We say, okay, who has got the best costume? And the woman says, May and Walter. May and Walter have the best costumes. We can't believe it. We can't believe it, Beetle and myself. Absolutely apoplectic. We can't believe what's going on here. And we say, wait a minute, let's do the best 2 out of 3. And so we go to another house and we say, okay, trick or treat. The four of us say trick or treat. Who's the best 2 costumes? And once again, it's May and Walter. May and Walter. And that happens one more time. So after one more time with the same result, we realize we're never going to win this contest because there's a very important lesson to be learned. And that lesson is people don't want to see reality. They don't want reality. They want to see what they want to see, and they want to believe what they want to believe. There is an expression that says, perception is reality. Whatever you perceive, that's what you're going to think is real. So we gave up, and we went back to the cemetery, to the graveyard, to be with our friends. And that is the story of Beetle and Jason. We love you, May. We love you, Walter.